Welcome back, everybody. We are going to do a tournament here in a couple minutes, maybe like 8, 9 minutes. If you want to join the tournament, feel free to do so. We would love to have you. I'm just doing a couple puzzles to get started here this morning. Actually, I think we'll do a puzzle streak to get started. I'm in the middle of a streak. Okay, interesting. Wasn't quite ready for that. I wanted to start easy today. I mean, this one's a piece, but it drops a queen. So let's take the queen first, then win the piece. This is a big problem. We could break that with check. They take. Then we take. Pressuring the queen, but we've given up an exchange. There's also this. That is very strong. But the knight is preventing that. So, a couple different themes here. Can we make one of them work is the question. If we go check and takes and take here, problem is the queen just moves out of the way. And so then even if we take that, this doesn't do that much. What do we start here? Does that change anything? Not particularly. What if we start here? That's a very forcing move. They have to go with the knight. Okay, I think I see it. I think we start here. If queen takes, queen is not backed up by anything, and there's this, and then we go here. Queen doesn't take, they lose. Let's do it like that. Took a bit to put all the pieces together, but we got there. I like to do some puzzles before tournaments like this, especially blitz tournaments, to kind of get the brain cooking. We got to do some math here. So it's 1, 2, 3 before mating. 1, 2, 3. So if it's our move, 1, 2, 3, we get there. And then now we have a giant advantage because that's going to win. Okay. This piece is hanging, and we can easily just take it this way. If we do take it this way, and they go here, well, then we go here, 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 and it's an even trade. There's nothing cool the queen can do to make us regret this decision. If they take that way, we just take. We've got this fork at the end. So if we go boom, boom, fork, we are going to be up a full piece. Yeah, so it just wins. For a second there, I thought we were only up at exchange, and I was trying to make sure it was a good enough exchange, but no, we were just up a whole piece. Okay. This check, everything is covered by these knights. The glorious knights. Check here. The mate is there. If they go there, that doesn't work, so this check wins. This one I'm not seeing anything. Normally, there's some little clue that I see, and this one I see 0. This guy's unguarded, and that guy's unguarded. Those are important notes. We have this pawn push that is forcing. It's not good, I don't think, but it's forcing. This bishop could go here. And I guess the question is the queen trapped? And maybe the queen is trapped. Yeah, the queen can only go here. Our rook follows up here. Looking along the diagonal. Yeah, queen is trapped. To trade it for a rook. Okay. That was cool. We went from absolute nothing to finding that answer. That is mate, if that rook wasn't there. So do we just go check, only move, mate? Yeah, looks like it. Takes here. It comes down. Yeah, we win this race. Alright. I'm only going to do a couple more here. Maybe 0 more. Was the queen getting trapped? Yep. Yep, the queen was getting trapped. Took me a minute there to see the queen getting trapped, though. Not sure why. Oh, let's see. Okay. Cool. Alright, last one. Then we'll head over to the tournament to make sure we're not late. Okay, so our pieces are all guarded. This is just straight up hanging. So why can't we just take this? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we're all even. So this just seems like the sensible move. We take, they take, we win. We take. Yeah, I just don't see even how this is a puzzle. Maybe because they go here? Well, I think I say I don't care. Certainly don't worry about that. Okay. That's how it's a puzzle. Not all puzzles are hard. Alright, well, we got 23 of them already. And I'm going to go back to the event. I'll finish that up later. So if you want to play in the event, you go to you go to the Chess Journeys team. You can join the team and pop on in. Oh, I forgot to hype the event on Twitter. So let's do that. Let's do that if anyone actually uses Twitter anymore. Or, sorry, X. I keep forgetting the name change. Alright. Chess Journeys Arena. Starting soon. Play some 5-3 with us. You can join anytime. We'll do that. And I'm going to put this on Substack also. Let's see if my newer audience over on Substack would be interested in joining. What's happening? Sorry, I Love Castling is here. Oh yeah, didn't say it was on Lead Chess, I don't think. Okay. Alright, tournament's starting in a minute. Let's see if I Love Castling is in. She is in. We've got the Happy Lion. I haven't seen the Happy Lion today.
Also, I'm only playing 2 rounds.
Okay. You play as much as you want. I don't think I've seen Blue Caribou. Have you seen Blue Caribou?
Yeah.
Oh, you have? I mean, like in previous events?
I said.
Okay. Beat an 81-year-old FIDE master in classical over the board. Oh, that counts. That's awesome. Good job, man.
Wait, what?
I beat a 93-year-old 1900 the other day. That was exciting, but not a FIDE master.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I've only beaten one FIDE master. It was long ago.
1, 0.
And he was not happy.
Oh, another game.
All right.
Happy Lion 14.
Ooh, you got the Happy Lion. I have the Blue Caribou. Let's see how the Blue Caribou plays. Ooh, the Blue Caribou plays the Dutch. I don't see the Dutch much. I think over the board play, I might have... I'll have to look. It might be 0 times I've seen it. I'm not sure. Which is kind of a shocking thing to say. It's not that rare. I just never see it. I also have no idea how to play against it. I'm remembering now. This seems reasonable. Okay, I think they're going to play e5 very soon is the plan. It's like takes. I don't think they can play it just yet. I'm pretty sure they're prepping to play it. Why can't I go takes here? Seems like that works pretty well. I don't know. I don't think they can guard it there. Can they? There. Oh, no, they can. Yeah, that's almost assuredly what they will do. And now I've left myself at this pretty annoying position. I don't know why. I did a little miscalculation as I decided to go down this road. This is not what I was intending. Here, maybe? I think I have to. I don't like this either. Like, this is definitely not a good position, so. I don't feel like I have tons of choices. I left myself in a bad spot. Alright, I guess I could leave these two pawns together, or I could take here and leave this as an isolated pawn. That's not easily targeted. So, having said that, they can just immediately go there and target it. I can do something like here and guard it right away. It's not the dream. The other possibility is to go here, which actually looks pretty nice, except the problem I think is here. Why not just immediately there? Also, if I go here, they're hitting this twice. I think that's how I'm going to do it. If I had more time, I would certainly not just rush into this one. This feels like a pretty pivotal moment, but I need to be a little bit aware of my time in a blitz game. Can't go all in on this. Okay, just checking some streaming things. Everything does seem like it's looking fine. Alrighty, what is he gonna do? Yeah, okay, so immediately targets the pawn, which I think is a good idea. It means I either have to give it up or defend it. And I don't see a reason to give it up. Yes, this knight isn't great there. But I can quickly follow up with here if I want. The problem is I can't do this, which was the original plan. Like, all my plans got thrown out the window by my miscalculation. I don't know. This is an interesting move because now this pawn can't guard this pawn. I can go here. I'm on it once. Yeah, so we're kind of doing this thing of like who can pile up faster on the other person's pawn. I can go here though. And I have this move, which I like quite a bit if they push here more. I could also just go here and say, no, we're done with this thing. I think I'm okay with this because I'm going to go there. I'll go here to preemptively guard this twice. So that after this, I can go here and not have to kind of worry. And if for some reason they take, and I take, I think I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, yeah, that seems like a good plan. Because now when he moves, this thing is unguarded. That was kind of the big problem with that maneuver. And it's probably just wise to back it up with one of these two, and I think probably this would be the one. Ah, but if I go here, he has this move. Interesting. Okay, so now I'm getting a little more worried about my position. If here doesn't have anywhere amazing to go with that guy though, to be able to, like, if he could take anything, it would be great. Or if he could threaten a big piece, but he can't do either. All he can do is like something like that, and then I can just move my bishop if it need be. Oh, and also this is almost certainly what he's going to do. And then I'm going to go here. And then I have the two bishops. They don't look great. But this pawn is going to become a problem. It's going to have to guard it a couple times. Kind of like how I've been doing now. It feels like it's going to be a flip a bit. And also if he goes here, suddenly this becomes much stronger. Guarding against this. Not shocked to see that move. Now I have some interesting ideas of going here. I think I like this a lot now. Here, here. No, that just lets him in. Yeah, it doesn't quite work. But I could rearrange a bit and come around this way, maybe. Okay, I'm going to try this. I don't know 100% this works, but again, it's a Blitz game. I'm under 2 minutes. That looks like a reasonable move, if nothing else. I don't have to pile on this pawn right at this moment. I don't really have an easy way to do it. I could have gone here. It doesn't do anything because the queen's in front. I'd much rather he did something like this, this, and now this pawn is fairly weak. I'm considering going here. And if here, 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 it does blunt this guy quite a bit. Trying to figure out, oh, he could go here. I think this pawn, this bishop needs to move. Here, there, there. Let's keep the 2 bishops. Let's just do it. Moves are like this and this probably next. Okay. Looks like a weird move. So why did he do it then? Okay, I don't know. I'm a little bit low on time to figure out speculative moves. This is a great move. It has been guarded 3 times, so it feels like that's not a legit possibility. Where is that queen going? Okay, going there. To maybe like go here. But that doesn't worry me that much either. Oh, I can't go here anyway. I think I'll go here. And set that up. I only have a minute. I'm going to try to just play reasonable moves instead of like looking for tactical shots or something. I need to gain some time back in this thing. Unless I have an absolute win. I think I'd rather he took. And then I'll take back. And then the queen doesn't get to invade. Which if I go here, here, the queen is kind of annoying. And then it's just like, boom, boom. Okay. Interesting next move could be here. That might work. Okay, he goes there. Still could be here. This now is hanging if I want it. Okay, so it goes there. Now I can go here. Oh, I don't like that move. It just brings that, allows that knight to come in when I didn't need to let it. Yeah. Threatening there for the forks. I kind of just have to go back. So that was a pretty bad series of moves because it really lets that knight reposition when I didn't need to do that. It's not like a catastrophic move, I don't think, but it might be. Because it really is bringing the knight into the attack for free. It was basically just kind of saying, like, here, take 2 free moves, and can you do anything good with them? And he's like, yeah, I can. And I was like, oh, cool. Good for you. Good job. I'd like to get the queen out of the way. Oh, this comes with check. Interesting. But still doesn't really help the fact that the queen is stuck. Unless then I go here. Oh, and then this also drops. So that's probably not the best. I think next is like move him. And then the bishop is available to move. Oh, good. He uses my opponent's using tons of time on this move, which doesn't seem unreasonable. But it certainly helped me get back in the game time-wise. Okay. Let's go here. And then I'm gonna try to, you know, get other pieces involved. What? He can go there? Okay. I don't think I care. Well, I care a lot. That's actually game if I went there. Okay, so that was a miss. I missed this move. I don't think it's catastrophic. I will go here. And if he goes here, I can just move the bishop to here. Everything's guarded. There's no discovery. And this is... I could have just taken here. What a dumb... No, I couldn't. Now I can, though. Oh, and he can't move because of the pin. Okay, so that was a really... really lucky move. Like, this was a good move, but I didn't realize it was a great move. Like, this is a game-winning move. It went from like, oh, that's a fine move, but I'm a little worried about this too. Oh, right, game's over. I just won. So that's always handy when that happens. Sometimes you get a little lucky. And the way I describe it is like, if you just play good moves, sometimes your opponent makes mistakes. This has been happening more and more to me recently. I've realized that really what I need to do is just play good moves. And then good things tend to happen. Now my opponent is way down. Oh, I probably should have gone there. I think I should have gone here instead. I'll go here. That bishop is really a nuisance for my opponent. Just locking it all up. There's no hopes of anything amazing. No sneak attacks. Take here. It's down to 10 seconds. I'm up some material. He wants to come back. I think I'd just like to go here. Okay. Let's go here. Get that traded off. Oh, that's actually could be annoying, except for its mate. If I didn't have mate on the other side of that, that would have been frustrating. Okay. So I'll go here. If he goes there, that's gotta lead to mate. There's just no way that doesn't. If he goes here, I go there, and that's mate. Okay. Got there. Oh, where'd he go? What's his name? Caribou. Okay, I think that was a really clean game I played. I'm pretty happy with that. What do you mean goodbye?
I've already played 2 rounds.
Oh, you already played 2 rounds and that's all you want to play today?
Yep.
Okay.
So first I lost.
Uh-huh.
Then I played a 1900.
Oh. Okay. Well, if you decide you want to jump back in, you know, we've got another hour.
I know.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, we lost I Love Castling. I Love Castling had a wild, wild tournament yesterday where she played a 9-round round robin. So that was pretty cool. I haven't seen many like Scholastic tournaments where they play a 9-round round robin. So she did that, and she went 7.5 out of 9. So she played very well and put up an amazing score. And it was unclear, you know, what's going to happen. There was one kid that we thought might have gone undefeated. Who am I playing understable? Sure. And then they come out and they're like, it's a tie. You need to do a playoff. And it was like, oh, that's exciting. Okay, cool. So she goes. It was 10-0 games. Just back to back to back. No round breaks. Just as soon as your game was done, they paired you with another person in your little grouping. Wait, I've never seen anyone do this. What is that? Hold on. Okay. So I think we're just in... I'm just going to play this like a Queen's Gambit. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't really like that for me. Yeah, I don't like how this worked. Go here. Yeah, so she goes, she plays her playoff game, she wins. She comes out and she's like, "Yeah, I won. I'm the champion." You know, her friend went 9-0, and so they were like both the winners of their divisions, and it was very exciting. And then the weirdest thing I've ever seen at a chess tournament. This lets you know what sort of level chess tournament this was. The arbiter comes out and is like, bad news. One of the kids claims that he should have one more point, and that would make him also tied for first. So now you have to come beat him also. And so it was this very bizarre thing where she's like crowned champion in a playoff, then told she has to play another playoff, but then she loses to this guy. So then that guy has to play the guy she beat, and the guy she beat that guy. And so that got weird. And so like if that guy had won, he would have been the champ. So he lost, and when he lost, he was devastated. Like as he was losing, you could see the tears start pouring down his face because they told him like if you win, you're the champ. But if he lost, he just had to restart the whole process again because it was a 3-way tie. But he was broken, and he just ran out of the tournament hall, never to be heard from again. Yeah, I thought I might have lost here. I was too busy talking. Here, right, so. Here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was like, I think I have to take, but I was like, nah, I'm telling the story. I don't have time to calculate. Okay, so that's a loss. So then that got okay. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Can I salvage this, or do I just resign because of storytelling? Is there anything to be done here? I don't think there's anything to be done here. This is just straight up a piece for a pawn, and there is no other interesting things on the board. Right? I'm just lost. Okay, whatever. So she has this crazy moment, and the worst part though is that because they were so unprepared to have this kind of event or this kind of problem, they're doing the closing ceremonies where they're like announcing trophies on a microphone and everyone's cheering while these games are happening. And so my daughter's trying to play. Finally, they're like, okay, you two are playing now. The other kid went left crying. It's just you two. Whoever wins is the champ. Also, instead of doing 10-0, we're going to have to do 5-0 because we don't have enough time. My daughter does not play 5-0. That's not her thing. So it was insane. I've never seen anything like it. It was a wild tournament. But it was one of those tournaments where it was just kind of like it was unrated. And it was like, hey, come play in this tournament. So she knew, like, this thing might be real messy. Like, those tournaments often are. But she had a good time. It was kind of good for her to have to play in, like, such a all-or-nothing, one-game playoff, another one. Like, I think it's a good life experience of, like, sometimes it's just all on the line. What am I doing here? Like, what am I even trying to do? Normally, I would be playing for positional advantages, but I threw a piece away, so I can't do that. I can't even do this, which was my plan just now, because this is not covered. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, so that was a wild day. She reacted super calm and cool. That's just who she is. She's like, okay. I mean, she was real excited when she thought she had won, as you know anyone would be. You win a playoff, and you're like, I win, yeah. It was very dramatic and exciting. But when they yanked it away from her, she didn't like collapse. She was just kind of like, huh, that was weird. Why would someone do that? So she's an impressive gal with her ability to be resilient. I think she's the most resilient child I've ever met, to be honest. I've met a lot of children as a high school teacher, and her level of resiliency is very impressive. Which I don't quite know why. I don't think I'm the most resilient, and I don't think my wife is either. Like, we're not resilient, but I don't think we're like models of resiliency or something. So I don't know exactly where her model is. Well, I guess I have to take this away. If I trade my queens off, that is tantamount to resigning. But this also is tantamount to resigning. So this game is just over, and has been for a while. Okay, I'm done with this game. Alright, good game, understable. Trapping my bishop in the opening. Embarrassing stuff. More resilient than the dad. I handled it well also because, I mean, it's an unrated kids event. We knew it might be real messy. I found it more comical than anything. It was more like me wanting to help my daughter. Like, I'm not the kind of dad who's like highly invested in my child's results, right? Like, it's their thing. I'm just there to support them. And so for me, it was more important that she could see me modeling, like, yeah, no, sometimes in life, some weird things happen, and you got to kind of roll with the punches, and you can and should fight back when something's unfair, but that wasn't really unfair. It was more unfortunate and poor management. What? Another? Oh, it's Blue Caribou again. I was like, how am I seeing another Dutch? Okay, let's see how he plays it this time. I don't even remember how we did it last time. So now I'm going to focus for a second here. Try to remember, like, what did I do that was so great that allowed me to win so easily? I guess win so easily is not really the right word there. It was a long, drawn-out game. All right, I definitely started like this, and I like starting like this. Okay, this all looks familiar, normal. I went here, and I didn't like what happened with my bishop. I do remember that. Alright, then this thing became vulnerable. Right, we did this whole thing, and I didn't love how that worked out. So maybe I'm going to try a different approach this time. This time... can I go here first? And if takes... That seems fine. And if here... Yeah, that looks interesting. Let's try this. I don't know that this is good, but I'm interested in giving it a try. Like, this alone might make it bad, but I don't think that's terrible. Okay, that's what I thought he would do. Then here. How does he guard this? He goes here. Yeah, I think this should be fine. I mean, I'm on it twice. I think it falls. So I think really what he needs to do is some sort of counterplay, rather than try to hold that pawn. Say, that pawn is gone, that's fine. I can play around that. I'm actually really happy about this, that I kind of took what we did last time without any, engine work to tell me what might be a better answer. I found what might be a better answer. It might be a worse answer. That'll be the funny thing. When I look at it with the engine later, the engine might be like, what? That was a terrible decision. Okay. I think this is fine. It's not amazing, but I can go here. I have a pretty big center. If it decides to trade, it's okay. I'll take with the queen. Okay, this all seems fine. I guess what I would say is maybe this bishop's not super great this game. I might just trade it here, like right this second. What is this move? Can't really come out here unless it's there, and then I would immediately go there. Is he looking to go here or here? I think I like trading these bishops, actually. It's a little weird because I'll have moved this twice to let just like 3 moves to let them make 1 move. But if this bishop is going to be truly terrible after this, maybe that's good, but maybe I don't do that. Maybe I just go here. But I was thinking if I did this, and then this guy's alive. So, I don't know. I'm going to do this. I don't know if this is right. This kind of feels like a bad move that I'm being too cute about. This is kind of my history, right? Of like, I can easily see the right moves, and then I make the wrong moves for some cute reason. Will the stream continue after the arena? Maybe. I'm not sure about that. Wow, what an obvious answer to my plan. That's quite funny. All right, I am going to go here. Maybe that's a bad idea. He just goes there immediately. Makes me look the fool. Okay. So here, 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 and now this is just hanging. And I actually don't even have a way to guard it other than going back. Oy. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I didn't play this great. We're gonna go here though. And then if he wants to trade here, I'm okay with that. I'll go here, and that's fine. Ah, going there. Interesting move. That looks like a bad move. Why did you go here if you're just gonna go back? Now everything's kind of clogged. I suppose you could go there targeting that. I don't know. I don't think that's a great move. Also, I could go here. Takes. Does that seem good? That is his bad bishop. I don't think I want to trade those bishops. Promise, how do I guard this? I'm going to go here. I think I'm going to go like this kind of stuff. Just gain some space. I'm way down on time, which is a little... Oh, I think I wanted to go here. I don't think I wanted to go there. I think I just wanted to go here and yeah, I did. I definitely did. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah, I played this. I think I played the opening better and then the rest of the game worse. Ooh, what about that? That looks compelling. Also, this kind of looks compelling. Okay, so he covers that square. Still have that check if I want it. Do I want to let him trade his bad bishop for a decent knight is the question. Or am I focusing way too much on that when I should just be making good moves? I think I'm just going to go here. This just looks like a good move to me. Being able to settle in there would be great. And even if they take this way, maybe I just put the bishop here. Oh, there's also this. That's interesting too. So I might even just be able to do something like here, 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 and with most of the pieces cleared out, other than this one knight. That might work really well. I think this would be great. Just knock that guy back. This pawn is no longer a weakness. I've got a big space advantage. I am going to do this check and say, yes, this bishop sucks, but it's pretty well placed. The problem is here, it looks kind of annoying. Yeah, I'm going to... Okay, what about... No. Oh, what about this? Let's just go here and put the pressure on, and then I can bring this rook over. This looks pretty good. A lot of pieces that they're in contact with others that I really need to keep a better hold on. I feel like I've kind of lost track of some of this. Okay, so you went there. Yeah, that was a good move. That loses a... No, it doesn't lose a pawn. So I still have this guy. But it gives me a super... Well, maybe not a super weak pawn. Maybe then I go here. Okay, here I want to go here. Retain that. But this looks reasonable. Except I get that. And that looks like it could be interesting. How do I want to handle that? I don't have that mate anymore. Oh, but if I move this, then this guy falls. So we're going to go here. We'll guard it that way. Suddenly my bishop looks much better than his bishop, which is kind of shocking, to be honest. Though this seems reasonable. That's also reasonable. I'm going to go here. No, I hung the piece. Everything was holding. But it was feeling dicey, and now I'm dead. I'm way down on time. Kevin, what are you doing? You hung your queen. God, I was playing so great, too. Like, I just want to see here. I'm winning by a lot. No, it's even. Okay. Oh, here I'm winning by a lot. 3.9. One move later. Winning by 4. All I have to do is not hang the piece like a bonehead. It's already being backed up. I just go here. And I win. I go anywhere and I win. And then I just hung everything. Oh, boy. That was truly a horrible end. Truly horrible end. We continue the stream. Do you want to review my tournament game from yesterday? Yeah. If we do more, let's do that. We'll see what happens. Not all puzzles are hard. That is true. That was a long ago message that I responded to. Wait, is that? No. Okay, good. All right, let's see. How many people do we have in this thing today? We have 14. That's a pretty big event. Pretty big event. I'm doing quite badly. I really need to get it together now. 2 losses already. Jeez. And that last game, oh my goodness, I was doing so well. Oh well. Oh, okay. All right, you ready for a big revelation? Here we go. On Thursday this week, I'm going to be interviewed by Perpetual Chess Podcast. I think you've heard of it. So that's pretty exciting for me. Perpetual Chess Podcast, certainly the podcast that inspired me to make my own podcast. And a podcast I never thought I would be interviewed on as an adult improver. Isn't it your podcast? No, that's not my podcast. My podcast is Chess Journeys. The very, I was going to say younger brother of Perpetual Chess, but more like distant cousin that no one really likes. So, yeah. I mean, we can be real. Perpetual Chess Podcast is the #1 chess podcast. So that's pretty neat. I'm pretty excited. I think he's interviewing me. He said it's an adult improver episode, so it's going to be like the fact that I was able to reach 1800 in my 50s and you know what that journey was like, which feels weird to me because you know, like the people he interviews are like, I went from 1100 to 2200 in 7 weeks. So I'm not that person. So I don't know. We'll see. Should be interesting. Okay, this I've seen before, and I don't remember how I'm supposed to play against it. They're going here. I just don't remember what I'm supposed to do. I think I just let them take that and say that's fine. I could go here right now and sort of prep a hole. Okay, I'm gonna make the hole. Let's see. I don't remember what the correct approach is. I don't think it was making the hole. I think that was wrong. But we're gonna find out? I don't know. All seems fine, though. Okay, so they have 3 on this spot. That is a little worrisome. So after this, takes with the rook. Yeah, maybe that doesn't work. Maybe I should go here first. And then if here, and now this is not as catastrophic. Although maybe that is. I don't know. Also can go here and here. I would like to go here as the next 2 moves, then here. And then if I get all of those moves in, then it feels like it's a regular Caro-Kann game. I'm totally fine. I know one of my chess ambitions is to be interviewed by you. Well, we can resolve that real quick. Yeah, Zinko, just message me some information. We can put that together. It's funny, the death of Twitter/X has made my life way harder, which is kind of funny. Wait, what? Can't I go here? So here, there, can't take. Okay, I think I go here first, so that... Oh no, this is still pinned. So like here, I have nothing. Huh. That looks intriguing to me. It's just that this seems catastrophic. Can I run? Here, there. The queen's in danger. I think I can. This might be an immediate loss. I'm okay with that if it is. But I think this might work. Because they can't start one of these 2 ways. No, I guess they could. They could start here. That might be the answer. Because then they would at least have some interesting discoveries, even with something like here. Oh, I guess I could go here. Because that guy's not backed up currently. That's fascinating. This is a wild position. Much wilder than I thought this was going to be. It's getting more tactical about the second. Okay, so he goes there. And my plan was to run, which seems like a terrible plan. Like, the king's on the run in the opening, but I am threatening 2 pieces, which seems pretty darn good. Oh, I did miss that. I definitely missed that. That might be the move. I guess this is the only move. Yeah, it feels like I'm lost now. Just missing that one thing feels like I'm lost. This is interesting. It hits sort of everything. Is the queen fully trapped also? Yes, the queen would be fully trapped. No, the queen's not fully trapped. Just this one square. That's too bad. So if I go here, check. Then like here. I might live. I might be able to get out of this. I'm down 2 pawns. That I didn't realize. I thought I was down 1. So that's a lot worse. All my opponent really has to do now is survive. This might be even better. Because this just straight up hangs. Has to go here and hangs the bishop. So I think that might win. Not win, actually. The game is way too crazy for that. Might lose on the spot. I do have that, though. This does not win. But it also lets the queen get out with no troubles. Also, then they're threatening this. So, I think I'm in serious trouble here. Ooh. Okay, yeah, no, it's not free. The rook is there. I need another pressure move. If I want to have a chance, it has to be a pressure move. What about here? Oh, queen's trapped. Queen has to go there. Yeah, so that's a big pressure move. Though he can go here. Then I go here. I think this is the only move. I go back. Might be a draw now. Oh, okay. Queen has nowhere, right? Where does the queen go? Where does the queen go? Everywhere is covered. I think we trapped the queen. This is covered. Probably this, and then there. Oh, that's also covered. Then there. That at least saves them. Here, here, here. And then we're playing a game down in exchange, but up 2 pawns. The question is would it be better for me to go here? Here, here, here. I don't know. If I go here, still has to move, can only go there. I can go here, threatening mate, but they just move that. I think this might be better. I might be wrong here. This might just have been a bad idea. But I am up a whole minute. All I really have to do from here is not lose. Let's just develop the pieces and win this game. Okay, yeah, that was probably bad. Do I want to let him do that? Ugh. Only other choice is to go super passive, which I don't love. Yep, just develop the pieces. I'm going to go here next. And then here. Yep, here. This doesn't work. I could go here. I guess that's fine. But he is hanging. And I do have the 2 bishops, which is theoretically nice. But I think I like this idea of just locking him away a bit. I'm on the open file. I don't know, it just kind of feels like I have all the trumps here. I go here, here, here. Yeah, I like that. And this I don't mind. I'll go here, and then it looks like I'm picking this up. Is there some way to hold on to it? No. Yeah, so it looks like I'm in, yeah, got it. Woo, nice. All right. Yes. That queen trap. What a crazy game. I'm really looking forward to looking at that one afterwards, because that was a wild one. My queen, like, it looked like I was dead, but then I flipped it around to be a queen trap. What's my chess.com username? We're not playing on chess.com right now, but my username over there is Dr. Skull, DRSCULL. Over here, I'm Tiny Grimes. And also, Wheelie Chess, welcome to the stream. Wow, okay. What a weird game against K-Jam. Definitely looking forward to looking at that one. Do we have time to look at it right now? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Let's try. Oh, no, we don't. Okay. Playing Dragonbeard. I was going to say this feels like my first game of the tournament as white, but it's because I played against two Dutches, so it felt like I wasn't playing as white. But no, it's not. Not my first game as white. It's Dragonbeard. Okay, plays the open, or the accepted, I mean. What will he do? Will he try to hold the pawn? No, he will not. You're going to look at knight h3. From that last crazy game, I'm going to look at a lot of things. I feel like probably my opponent had some wins in there, and we just missed them. That's my guess. I don't know. I'm looking at that. Okay, I guess this is probably good enough. Let me double check. Yeah, that seems good enough. Okay, for a second there, I was like, wait, do I have something that I've never seen before? My eyes are bothering me here. Okay, that's why I can see my glasses are filthy. There we go. I'm quite bad at remembering in the morning to, wipe off my glasses. But if you're going to look at it, then I'm never playing it again against you. Oh, the knight h3. Sorry. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've seen it a lot. That's not the first time I've seen it. But I don't see it frequently enough to have a strong plan. Like every time I look at it, I'm like, oh right, duh, that's what I should do. That's not that hard to remember. And then I never remember. Queen here loses. We're looking at this. Well, it doesn't lose, but I think we just go here and get that guy off. If he goes here, that's fine. We'll go there. I think this is perfectly good for us. Wreck the pawns a bit. Why did I lock my bishop behind here exactly? I normally don't do that. That's not how I play that. I'll go here, targeting this pawn. If they go here, oh, okay. Or you could just give it up. I think I take, and then this is threatening mate. Okay, it's not threatening mate. This guy's covering it anyway. Just go back, right? Go back to where though? I think I go back here. I don't think I want to be on this situation. It just looks dangerous. I do need to get this bishop. I almost said this pawn involved because it looks like a pawn right now. Can I just push, and then it's involved, and this looks pretty decent? Sure. I don't know if this is such a good idea, because then this, and then I've got like this weird pawn sticking out, but it looks temporarily quite good, because I can go here, moves, bishop here, knight here, like maybe not knight there, but lots of good things look to be happening. And where's this guy going? If he goes here, I'd be thrilled. If he goes here, that also is great, because then he doesn't lose to that. He goes there. Okay. Still, at least this guy's getting involved, and I don't know, seems reasonable. After a few years, somebody actually played the main line. I also don't remember it. Yeah, I know. It's funny how that works, right? Because you're like, oh yeah, I know this one, and then they're like, oh no, I don't remember it again. Because what I did feels like what is like a natural move that is not correct. I remember that part. I think what I'm supposed to do is play like e6, let you take the bishop, and then just work with that open file. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do, but I just couldn't remember it. in the moment in a blitz game. Alright, Dragonbeard, let's see how you respond to my pressure. Ah, okay, I didn't really think about this, that then now you're on my queen. I don't think that matters. I think I just have a massive space advantage. Although maybe this right away fixes it. But I think I'm fine going here, there, and then where do I want my queen is the question. Ooh, do I want my queen here? Yeah, let's do that. Put the queen here with the idea of going here, here, threatening mate. That's kind of hard to deal with. I really need to start dealing with it sort of now. Because if I get to go here, 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 that is going to be mate. So yeah, so my opponent has to basically see there's a mate threat here and deal with it. So we'll see if Dragonbeard sees the mate threat. Actually, no, the main line that equalizes is a quick e5. Okay, well that drops a piece, so I don't think that can be right. I will take said piece and be happy. And then this looks good. And I still have this mate idea, which is pretty crazy. I don't think I'm gonna do that because I think they could just go here. Okay. Yeah. So let's just take. And I'll go check here. X goes away. I've got some interesting ideas here. With here, here, bishop. If I take it with the knight, though, it's a little... Oh, no, no. Okay, this is all good, because then we got this. Not immediately. We have to move the bishop first, but yeah, things are really cooking now. The king's been chased into the middle. The rooks can now start hunting him. Yeah, I think the end is near. Pin the knight. I guess that would be good if I didn't have that. Okay. So he moves that. I'm gonna go here. Man, this looks like a Morphe game at this point. Just got every piece in the attack. I can also go here. What about, should I have just gone here? Yeah, that might have been better. I think that just wins the piece. No, because you could go here. So it's hard because it's like, have to continue backing up the knight. Okay, so go there. Then I can go here. I think this should win. Because now I'm on that a second time. So get another piece. I don't think I'm going to end up with a mate here. I'm just going to end up with an overwhelming material edge. I think that's what you're doing. If you play e6, you almost always run into some sort of sack on e6. Yeah, I definitely found that to be the case. Yeah, so now I can force the queen trade. I could go here instead and probably pick up a rook. I think I'm going to force the queen trade, though. That's a blitz game. We'll just move fast and make good moves. And I'm going to be up 2 full pieces, so I did not need to win another piece. Okay. And the next move is this, if he doesn't deal with that. Okay, he does. This still seems like a good move. This also feels like a reasonable move. Oh yeah, that move wins. Already was a good move, and then it became a great move. So I think we got Dragonbeard. I'm just going to say, I think we got this one. Question is, can I... Okay. I wasn't entirely sure I could mate with all these pieces. Okay, so doing better now. I'm up to third. A big tie for third. I've beaten 2 of the people in the tie for third and lost to 1. Can I pull this one out? Ooh, by rating. Okay, I guess I'm a little bit ahead of where I would be by rating. Oh, AI Jason is lower. Pirate didn't really play. Okay. So, will I be? I don't think I'm getting first or second. Brad Martz and Understable are vying for that one. Unless there's a 1-game playoff, and then another 1-game playoff, and then another 1-game playoff. Then anything's possible. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, well, we've got a long wait here. Is everyone in the game right now? There are 2 pauses. 3 pauses. Ooh, Kaio is paused. Might be able to pass him. Okay. A lot of 1,500 question marks today. Or at least question marks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 question marks. Yeah. There's a part of me that wants to play a couple more of these ranked just so my daughter can lose her question mark and we can figure out where she's actually at, but that's okay. Well, we can figure that out another way. All right. She might join a league, actually. From the group that she played her tournament yesterday. It's on Leechess. That'd be great. Let's see if we heard back from those guys yet. I did. Online Scholastic League. Would love to get Rickley set up at her league. Oh, interesting. Okay. So probably not. Probably not. Okay, I got a message. No, nothing. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's see if we can get a game. While we're waiting, let's look at the game from Kaio. If we can, if we have time. Alright. So the correct move here, according to the database, is actually e6. Kaio is saying e5 is better, but let's just, this is the line I was looking at. Here, and then I'm going to give this up. Just develop my pieces. If takes this way, and they seem to have nothing. Nothing exciting, I should say. Not like they're lost. Actually, I don't even think I would do that. Why not just go here? Then if takes. This just looks like an interesting game where I'm going to castle long. And I think this is what happens. I get to here and I go, yeah, no, I'm fine. Like, I know how to play against this. And then I play against it in an actual game. And I play like a knucklehead. So, yeah. This is my plan. This is always my plan. And I almost never do it. Though, I kind of think I like that better. Then they just play regular moves. I think I just do this. And then they, again, seem to have nothing. So let's say it goes here to pile up more on e6. I think I would play bishop, knight d7. Oh, my game has begun. Okay. Let's go to the arena. And let's get in our game. Understable. Okay. I'm going to shut up. And I'm going to play some good chess. This is a big one. Ooh, there's only 29 minutes left. So that's only like 2 to 3 games. I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can get my daughter to jump back into the last couple of games. Okay, I think she's going to come back. Oh, let's do this. Ah, I'm falling into this trap. I'm thinking of this as a Catalan. Is this a Catalan? I don't know. I'm going to go here as if it's a Catalan. And then normally they go there, and then I go here. But is it a Catalan? No. Because this would already be out. So instead, it was just a weird move. Alright, let them play that. Okay. But that's also a weird move for them. Like, C3 is not... No, well, maybe if they want to go E5, maybe that becomes fine. Okay, so against a Catalan, I would play C6 here. But this isn't a Catalan. If I play C6 and they go like this and this, do I get overrun? If I go here and they smash through... Okay, let's do this. I don't really know what's happening. Long ago, no see. Haven't really caught a stream since you were working through the Karpov games. Nice. Well, welcome back, man. Good to see you again. My journey's been a good one. I'll talk about it in just a moment. Let's see. I think I want to go here. If he sets up there... Yeah, okay. Since going through those games, I've reached my all-time rating high of 1800, which was really exciting. Here. I gotta move. Is that fine? Do I let him go here? I guess more of the question is, do I let him go here? Yeah. So I'm gonna go here, and then if they go there, that hangs. Yeah, so I really did enjoy those games. I think they helped me a lot have a deeper positional understanding of chess, which has really been helpful for me. But yeah, more so than reaching my all-time high, I've really enjoyed the process. It's been a lot of fun. Can I go here? Here. Takes this way. Here. Yeah, it looks like I can go there, right? Like there's the fork, but I don't think I actually get forked. Okay. Am I messing something up here? I feel like I am. I feel like there's some little wiggle here. Like this or something that's going to crush me. But I have this. So it should be fine. Oh, maybe it's here, and then a wiggle. But I think I can go here. Oh, then here. I don't know. There's something nagging at me like, no, you don't want this. You don't want any part of this. Maybe it's here is the issue. But then I just move. Yeah, I feel like I can go here. Ooh, that's even better for me. Yeah, let's take there. There. Oh, okay, that's the deal. Alright, I think I can just move out of the way and be okay. Let's just go here. I kind of want the queen here anyway, so I can do things like this. Okay. I don't want that. That looks really problematic. And if here, it looks like that's what we're likely to get. So why did I stop that? I could theoretically go here. And after this, this, this. My pawns look pretty bad. Can I push that pawn? Yeah, I guess I could push this pawn, right? Push the pawn, then takes. Yeah, and I think that was probably the best idea. I guess he could go here, though, anyway, because of the knight, or the rook, but I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's just do this. Aha. Okay. Maybe coming around there. Let's get this bishop out. I don't love that. Where else am I going to put the bishop? Okay, we're fianchettoing the bishop. Fianchetto the bishop. If here, I think I'm okay with that. If there, I mean, this was the plan. And then here. And then here. Forked? What? That's not a great plan. Okay. And then this, and then this. Like, this might all be falling apart. I'm not sure. I guess I'm going here. And then after here, I'm going here. None of this looks good. And then after this guy moves, I'm going here. Wait, he's got a take there? He does, and it's the queen. Yes, and I've lost. Which is so weird, because I knew all that was coming, but I just... Boy, I just didn't do it very well. I guess I'm going here. I'm losing the exchange. Yeah, this game is definitely over. No excuses for this thing. This was just... I didn't play it very well. Or more, I feel like Understable just played this quite well, actually. Like, there was just constant pressure. I don't quite understand even how I got so pressurized. Okay. Go here, I guess. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm in pretty big trouble. I almost said I think I'm in trouble. I'm definitely in trouble. There's no doubt there. I don't really know. Like, whenever I'm losing, I'm trying to find moves to at least put pressure on, but I'm not seeing anything. Still being all the kids in school that dare challenge the teacher. Have you taught them too well? Yeah, this year's crop of students is weaker from a chess perspective, so yeah, there haven't been any real challengers these days. I did lose to a fellow teacher just yesterday, which was quite interesting. Like, he's a decent chess player. He shouldn't be able to beat me, but he's a decent chess player. It was kind of funny what happened. It was like I beat him really badly in the first game, and it was kind of like, okay, whatever. I'm kind of, that's fine. Okay, what do we do here? And then, wait. Why didn't you just push the pawn and get a piece? No, it doesn't work. And then in the second game, though, he made a bad sacrifice, but it opened up my king a bit, and I just spaced for a second and moved my rook to like get ready to rearrange my pieces, and then he was just like bloop, and he popped his knight and got a checkmate, and I was like, wait, what? And it wasn't one of those things where I was surprised it was a checkmate. It was as soon as I moved the rook, I was like, oh my goodness, if he sees this, I lose, and then he did, and it was like, wow, that's embarrassing. I don't know. What am I supposed to do here? Here? I don't know. Yeah, it was very embarrassing because people saw it, and you know everyone knows like I'm the chess guy, and so like the chess guy lost to this random teacher, and it was just kind of like, oh my lord. And he's a little bit of a chess player, right? It's not like he's a random guy who was like, how do the pieces move? Like he said, he's like 1300 on chess.com, so that's cool. Like a 1300 on chess.com is a very very reasonable level chess player, right? Like I'm not humiliated, but it was humiliating that like you know it's kind of developed at the school that like I am the chess guy. Like I have people know like he has a chess podcast, and it's like if you have a chess podcast, you're not allowed to lose to random people. That's kind of their decision. Well, I won't be getting third. Blue Caribou has really cranked it up. Won the last couple of games and just taken over a commanding lead of third, and I am out of the running. Okay. This is what I play against the English. So, no trophy for me this week. It was a strong field, though. Okay, let's go here. This Fianchetto doesn't feel super strong to me. I'm just kind of making some normalish looking moves. Doing something a little weird here. I'm playing this like it's a Sicilian or something. I don't exactly know what I'm doing here. I'm making some moves that I wouldn't normally make, is what I'm saying. Okay. I'll go here. And I'm planning to castle long. I don't know if that's become clear yet. That is my plan here. I don't have a place for this knight. How do I make improvements in my position without being obvious? I'm castling along. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. Okay. Yeah, I guess he'll maybe take with the knight. Ooh, he didn't take with the knight. So then I can threaten the bishop. Okay. Cutting off my chance to castle long, to castle short. How devastating. Alright, it's kind of coming together how I would want. If this trade happens, my knight gets to jump into here. It's just a shame they haven't castled yet. Although, castling long looks pretty dicey for them. That is, it's a pretty open area. And I do have things like this, which is quite handy. If they just sort of like let me go here with the castle short. Yeah, wow. This is looking like it's coming together okay. I'm just going to push this. And I've got, you know, the two pieces and all this. So I don't know. Is this enough? Probably I should already castle long. I'm kind of flirting with disaster here. Okay. Can I go here? Can I go here first? Then I would go here. Although maybe, I mean, I guess I would be quite happy if they chased me away that way. That just looks so weakening. Yeah, because I could go like here, here. No, not like that. Okay, for a second I was thinking I could go here, and then if here, here, mate. Or not mate, but close, but this is protecting it. Okay, so it goes that way. Which is fine. I kind of wanted to go there anyway. Ooh, maybe here. More's coming. Okay. Thought he might do that. I think this is probably the best spot. Still have quite a bit of pressure. If I go here and takes... I think I want to go here and then here and then here. I think I need to prep it just a smidge. It feels like I have a pretty big time edge here for these attacks. In fact, do I have that? Or is just moving to there fine? Or maybe even taking and then hammering through. Up a lot of time. Okay, bringing a knight in. Yeah, let's go ahead and castle. And then we can go here and here. And that looks pretty strong. If I get those moves in, I think I'm in good shape. One of the things I'm constantly reminded when I try to do stuff like this is I'm very bad at attacking. Like, what I mean is I don't have all the common, like, attacking patterns and themes in my head. I have the checkmate patterns, but that's very different than, like, knowing how to effectively attack. These are very different ideas. It's just not something that, because in most of my games I'm not doing wild attacks, I'm not that great at. I guess you can raise that teacher to be my sparring partner. That would be amazing, actually. Yeah, I agree. Being first in anything, it brings a lot of pressure. But my thought is, like, I don't really care that much about, like, my status as a chess player in the school, right? Like, that's kind of an irrelevant thing to me. Okay, I think this should be fine. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. It is hard to be the top dog in anything, and then, you know, there are a lot of expectations that come with that. I guess the question is, could I go here even? And then if here, I'm in this way. Okay, so we take... Seems like I should have a lot here. I guess the question is, if I go there to try to push through farther, can they go there? And yeah, what if they just start moving the king away? How do I finish this attack? This is what I'm bad at. Like, I clearly have a good position, but so what? All right, I think the answer is to go here, and then to go here, hitting this pawn again, and I think it will collapse. It's a big I think. No, I guess not. They could come back there. And then what? Okay. Wait. So if I go there, goes back, goes in, takes, but then I can put the queen there. What if I go here, here, takes, here. Yeah, I think I'm going to push this, actually. I think that's the way to do it. Okay, so takes this way. Takes, in with the queen. Yeah, I think taking here without a lot of calculation is the right move. I think I'm in. And there just aren't enough defenders. I might be wrong here. This might be a hilarious disaster. But yeah, I think I go here. Ah, what about there? Takes. No, that works also. Because then the next move is taking here. What if he tries to, like, fully run away? I still think this is going to be pretty overwhelming. Yeah, I think we're in. I think we're in a way that should be able to win in a blitz game. I don't know if I did this well enough for an actual game. But for a blitz game, I think I might have done enough. Yeah, my opponent is down to 30 seconds, so things are looking pretty good. Wow. I don't think I've ever been out this much time in a blitz game. Okay, I am coming in this way. I guess I didn't think about that. Is that like if I go here, here... Oh, no, that works great. That just wins a piece. Okay, so he has to go there. I go there. Check. He can't escape the way he wants to, but he can go there. Does he get away is the question. Does he get away? Can I just push this pawn through, though, is the next question. There. There moves the bishop, though. Yeah, I don't really see a way to sort of finish off this mate, but I might not need to. Yeah, let's just do it this way. What? Oh. That was juicy. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. I also have this the whole time, which for some reason I was losing track of. I don't think I need that right now, though. But watch this. Oh, watch me lose to this. Is that what we mean? Okay, if I go here, he can't go here because it's covered. But that might have been a risky move, because if he does something else and can dislodge that knight, or if I decide to move the knight. Okay. I think we just keep shoving this in. I'm putting a lot of pressure. Okay. So then I can go here. And there. And then I could go here. Wait, do I want to try to mate, though? No. I think I go here. If he just moves out of the way, though, like he could go... No, he can't go there. He could go here, though. If I just go here, takes, there... It's not that great. I got a better idea. I'm going here. And then I'm going to go here. I try to actually get a queen. Okay, well, this just gets a queen anyway. Okay, so go here. And now this should win. Okay, well, that's a cool move. I mean, a cool game. Like, I was able to turn a really strong attack into more. Wait, what happened? Oh, you resigned. Okay. Okay. I was like, wait, what's going on? All right, I guess I'm going to pause the tournament because there's only 5 minutes left. There's really not a lot of point in me playing another one. I did pretty well. Performance of 1917. My average opponent was actually 1846. The only low-rated opponents were Dragonbeard and Caribou. And neither were that low-rated. So let's start taking a look at some of these games. Let's look at the last one against AI Jason. That was a very interesting one. I decided to do, you know, some weird stuff. I decided to just go all in on a kingside attack very early, which is not always the best idea. I kind of tried to disguise my intentions a bit. And then, of course, the engine's like, there's nothing here. I'm sorry, sir. There's nothing here. It's just a draw. So I'm just playing. But I'm really happy with how I, like, played this carefully. The engine really doesn't like this, which is, I find interesting that the reason is because of this. It says, like, okay, now it's 0.6, 0.7, which to me is kind of shocking, but I guess maybe because, like, this, and then white has something maybe, whereas black has nothing. Okay, so instead, I went here, and that was a problem. So instead, Right, the computer's like, just go here, minimize anything black has. But by going here, I got to play g5. And then they take, I take back. These are all fine moves. That's a bad move. Okay, so the engine likes knight f5 here, which is the move I was going to play. I thought that move didn't work because of this. And then I was like, now what? And now, though, we can just do all the same things. And now this is much better. Which is interesting. Like, this looks like a worse version to me. No. Okay, not there. This way. Then goes back. Oh, they're just pushing for the queen. Which is interesting. Okay, I hadn't realized that that's where we were going yet. That it took me a while. What? Okay. Alright, so let's go back. I went there instead, and that was not great. Because of g takes h4. Which I would have been thrilled to see. But I guess if we look at this, it's like, okay. Okay. Where's this attack you have? I'm confused. Where's your attack, friend? And I guess that's true. I don't have an attack. And then I don't know. I mean, it just looks like a fine position though. I don't see how I'm down 1.2. But yeah, there's no attack. So that's fascinating. That the move I would have loved to see actually is good, and this move is bad because of the sack. So I find that quite fascinating. Yep, and these are all the best moves, so that's cool. And then yeah, switching gears and just saying, let's go for that. Okay, so this was a mistake. The engine says just play here, and then, oh, right. And then if they go that way, oh, they have to go that way. Oh, that's funny. So they have to go this way, and then they can come away, and then you just go, cool. Okay, so that was a mistake. I should have not done this, but it worked out fine. And then, did they have a move here? Their move was to play here, just to bring another piece back to kind of protect everything. They were still losing, but and then this was just game over. Engine says that's fine, but would have preferred queen f3 to protect this spot. And then this was a cool idea. And then I win. So yeah, I'm really proud of this game. I'm not an attacking dynamo by any means, so to see myself put together such a strong attack and have it work out, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with the sack. The other parts of the attack where they could have gotten out of it, that's a little bit surprising, to be honest. That just taking the pawn and letting me in was the way to go. The engine says I made 2 blunders, 87%, and I can be pretty happy with that. Okay, let's go back. We already looked at the game with Kayum. One more time I want to look at without the opening database. And just see, like, if I can remember how. Yeah, so normally I think what I'm going to do is just go here. And then if they go here, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to go here. The engine does not like that move. The engine says you should either be going here or here. But this is not a good move. Okay, fine. I'll go here. You convinced me, engine. If they go h4, which Kayam was saying that he wanted to do something with h4. Well, now we can go here. Be on this a second time. If he takes and we take, it's kind of like, okay, I don't really know what h4 is doing anymore. Then if he goes here, I'm fine with this trade. And if he goes here and here, like, I don't know. This just looks like a totally fine position where I am super solid. My opponent does have the 2 bishops, and maybe that should give me more pause than it does. It gives me 0 pause, which, you know, maybe that alone says something about my chess abilities. That I would just be like, that's fine, I'll be okay. All right, let's look at this game with understable. See how this one went. I'm not remembering this game. Oh, okay, yes. So this is an important thing for me to wrestle with. Is like, this is not a Catalan, right? So a Catalan would be like here, 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 and what, like C4 or something? Okay. When does it become a Catalan, I guess is the question. Oh, no, a Catalan has D5 and D4 involved. Okay, so if we're gonna do, yeah, so once D3 is even on the board, we are just out of Catalan territory. And I need to somehow register that. I have this bad habit of saying this. This setup is Catalan-esque, but it's not. It's not, like, it's fine. It's a fianchetto, and there are similarities. But it is not Catalan-esque. A lot of the ideas of the Catalan are not present. And I really struggle with that. Luckily, in this game, I don't think it sent me down any terrible paths, and we're coming out of the opening. Everything is fine. This is where things started to get weird. So the engine actually says I'm ahead here, which is interesting. And that this is not the way to approach it. So what is the way to approach this supposed edge I have? Is he just dropping back with the queen? Playing e5 now. Right, that works great. And then they have to come back. And then I could go here if I want. Yeah, okay. That feels obvious. Now that I've looked at it, it feels quite obvious. Okay, and the engine says this is all totally fine. This is the problem. Okay, so the problem was, I think, thinking I was out of the woods here and just playing this when probably, I don't know, I didn't want to move here because of this move. Engine does not think that's the reason why I shouldn't move there. Instead it's this. And it says a better idea would be to go here. So if he tries to go here, now I've got several guys on him. So I didn't fully recognize that issue. He jumped in and now the game is over. So everything just collapses, right? Because I've moved this pawn, now everything is coming in there. Okay. So, I mean, I knew that, and I let it happen anyway. So, simple thing here, get the rook out of danger, or just guard this spot, and don't weaken this. And then I guess let's see what that might progress like. Here, here, sure, maybe we're coming over here to hit this again. I guard it again, and then am I developing this guy finally? Yes. Then I can go here, and then I can go here, and everything is developed, and we're good. Okay, so there's the other game. That's 3 of the games. Let's look at this game with Dragonbeard. I don't like to play any games that I don't look at. It's like a rule that I try to have for myself. That if I'm going to play a game, I need to look at it at least for a few moments. Otherwise, why did I do it? Okay, so this is just, I would say a Queen's Gambit accepted. And then my opponent didn't try to defend the pawn, which I think is fine. We just kind of developed. This feels like a weird move because it's not developing. It could be fine, like especially if the idea was something with b5. But then my opponent didn't even play b5. Oh, because I slipped the bishop back already. Which also the engine was like, what? Why would you do that? That's an absurd idea. Just develop pieces. Yeah, it's interesting. So we both took non-developing moves. I thought this was great. The computer does not like it. The computer says I have an advantage. Oh, right, because I can just push e4 now. And I sort of gave up that. Then my opponent gave me the pawn, and then from there, you know, it's just it's not only just a pawn advantage, it's a pawn in the center advantage, and then I should be able to easily win. And I carried that through rather straightforward fashion. Yeah, so like losing a center pawn like that can have such a cascading catastrophic effect. I think this is my loss against Blue Caribou. Okay, yeah, so this was the second game. Remember, we saw the first game that I didn't think I played great. Okay, so we're going to do this in the right order then. We're going to look at the first game first, because I wasn't happy with how I played this. This I thought all was fine. We're just developing normally. These are all database moves. And then this is where we get to the moment. I took, and the database and engine say that is totally fine. That's not the move that they're like. They would prefer something like this, or just immediately combating it, which I did pretty quick fashion. But the engine's like, I don't know, it didn't quite work out right. Like, you need to do the other order. And this is all fine though, and everything kind of worked out in the end. I got a decent position. My opponent tried some attack that didn't quite work. This is mate in 2. So I guess it did work, didn't it? Didn't it? It did work. I got very lucky. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then they lost because of those tactics. So wow, what a wild change from this move being a bonkers good mate in 2 to this move losing instantly. Well, that move losing instantly. Wow, okay. That's wild. So, but the opening seemed fine. I do need to spend more time at some point playing the Dutch and figuring it out. I haven't done that yet. Alright, so we did the same beginning. We put the knight in the middle, and I said, no, I'm going to do something different this time. This looks interesting. This is not even in the database, and already the engine's like, oh, buddy, what are you doing? But the reason is just the simple, they can mangle everything and then go here. And then now there's some space advantage. Your pawns are messed up. Like, why'd you go into this? But by going here, now things are great. Now I'm the one with the advantage. This pawn is clearly very weak. They had to give up the pawn, and now I have a pretty decent advantage. So I think that worked out well. But it is important, I think, for me to know that it didn't work out well because it was a great move. It worked out well only because my opponent misplayed it. So I think that's important to note, that it actually doesn't work well. And that here, the moves the computer likes is this move, which immediately puts this pressure on. And then if they take, well, then we just get to go here, and it's like I don't want to say a better Nimzo, but the same kind of structure where we're taking with the queen. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, that's by far the main move. If I see this again, I'm going to try to remember. The point is that we do want to get rid of this guy, but we don't want them to mess up the pawn structure. And now we get to get rid of it in a very positive way. If they go there, that's interesting. The engine's basically like, you're going to have to let that guy go for a bit. Engine says this is good. I mean, I would assume they could just immediately combat with that. Oh, that does drop a pawn, though. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to cover there. But I went here. Didn't work, but it worked. And now I have a pretty big edge. But I wasn't really sure how to make it happen. But the computer's like, you're up by so much here. How could you possibly have lost this? I'm up by 1.5. It's like a positionally devastating situation. D takes c6. Oh. Okay, so after that, this on this twice. Fork winning the game. So yeah, so after this they can't take there is the point. That's just a free pawn. Let's say they go here, 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 maybe not there, maybe here. Now they can take? Huh? Oh yeah, because of the bishop. Okay, so I don't put the bishop there. I don't know. Interesting stuff. Thanks, Foxy. Appreciate it. Maintain that you become more competitive in 5-3. I agree. I think 5-3 lets me bridge a bit the skills I have between blitz and rapid. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I've definitely gotten better. I'm still quite bad at 3-2. 5-3 was always my favorite time control, but it's hard to find games in a reliable way. So I've sort of shifted to 3-2, and I'm a real mess in 3-2. I'm actually going to do a Substack article about, why is my blitz rating so much lower? Woo, that's just game over. How did I miss this? This is just like Tactics 101. Like, that's a shocking miss. Like, oh my. Okay, so I missed that. And then, this is still a really big lead for me. 4.5. Why is it 4.5? Let's see. It's not because of the weak H-pawn, because they're sufficiently guarding it. Yeah, I don't really see why this is such a dramatic lead. Is it because of something like this? Hitting this, take, but I'm not on that. I don't see it. It is F1, but let's say they take here. Queen H5, wow. Okay, that's clever. So much happening here, right? So like, this is under attack and this is under attack, and you might be like, well, duh, it's just a hanging queen, but it's not because it's mate. So yeah, okay, that's a cool move. I definitely did not see that move. It's not quite an only move though. Like, computers, like, anything works here. You just go here, chase the queen away, then you go here even. Where this clever was a boulder mate or whatever. Jeez, so this is a very rich position, and I did not see the richness of this position. How much time did I have? I had 56 seconds here. 45 seconds. Okay, but I have a crushing victory until that move. That move loses on the spot. Right, it hangs a piece. So all I had to do was just not hang the piece. I don't know, here. And that's fine. Or better yet, here, threatening this. Or best move according to the engine is just, what if I just threaten mate? And then they have to take the time to stop the mate by either going back or going like that. If they go like that, then yes, this is still terrible because of that. Yeah, so that's what I missed. I really missed that this stuff was starting mate. That's the big things I missed. Okay, I think that, nope, there's only one game left against Understable. Oh, right, this one. Yeah, that's kind of tough. The opening database says I should play here, and I think that is, I'm remembering now what I'm supposed to do in my repertoire, and then I can just play regular from here, and then this just looks like a Queen's Gambit kind of situation. Here, I would definitely consider just taking, and then going here and just trading off and saying like that's fine. So yeah, we'll look at your game in just a second, Foxy. So yeah, this seems fine. What I did instead was something that the computer says is fine, which is not something I have a lot of experience with. And like D6 there seems rather weak. Is that really what I want to do? No, of course not. D5 would be much better. If they take, we can take back. They do have, you would have a big center, which would be annoying, but and then I gave up the piece. So I almost won here, which was the only move. But I was quite distracted telling the story of my daughter's game, and then that was it. We don't even need to look farther. I had no chances after that. Understable just squashed me. So, first place. Today we had Understable, then Brad Martz, and then Blue Caribou. What a fantastic showing by Blue Caribou. Rated, by rating quite a bit lower than the placing. So that is impressive stuff. Good job there. Getting on the podium with a nice performance rating. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I wanted to see who Blue Caribou played today. Yeah, played Brad Martz, lost to me, and then everything else was just wins. Just piling up the wins against AJ Jason and myself. Some good stuff there. Good work by the Caribou. Okay. Okay, let's take a quick peek at what Understable just said there. After 2, so he's saying after this, he would have gone H4. Interesting. Okay, and then if you take back, and you're pretty happy with the open file. Seems reasonable. The computer says that I should not take there, and I should just continue on, and that this would be even, and we would just play a normal game, and I would just, develop pieces and stuff, and kind of see what happens. Ooh, not that. Like I could play this, and then up here, then it's just even game. So interesting stuff there. All right. So Foxy, how do you want to do this? Do you want to paste the PGN in here? Do you have a study you want to point us to? Do you want to just give us one move at a time? It feels like that would take a long time. What would you like to do, my friend? And I think this is the last thing, and then it's going to be lunchtime for me, I believe. Also, we have to go sell more Girl Scout cookies today. It's that time of year. It's Girl Scout time. Okay, here we go. We got a message that's probably gonna have something. Okay, so here is the PDF, or no, not the PDF, the PNG. Let's go to one of these studies that I've got. We'll put it in this one, helping others. That seems like a good one. Understable game. We'll paste it in, and he was white. Okay, let's turn off the engine. We don't want the pesky engine going. He plays E4. His opponent plays a Sicilian. Oh, we don't see an open. Well, no, maybe this. I don't know what this is. What's Understable? Do you know what kind of Sicilian this is called? Lichess is not giving me what I think it is. I don't know. I would assume you would still go into the open and play D4. Okay, so you're gonna play G3 and shift to a closed Sicilian. Interesting. So what is happening with this? Let's say if we did go D4, takes A6. So okay, so this is the con. Okay. The con is interesting. I looked at the con myself briefly and thought I might play it. I still might play it at some point. The reason I stopped even investigating it was the usual, like, they can do anything they want. Okay, and Hex is saying that this is a time on off. Okay, so it probably becomes a time on off if A6 is not played here and this is played. Yeah, okay, so we have the choice here. This becomes, it's the E6 version, which can become a time on off. Con, what else? What is this one called? Okay, that one's called nothing. So the two big ones are the time on off and the con there. I have a book that recommends G3 or C3. I like those less theory than the open. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, G3 is a perfectly good move. All right, so responding with the G3, taking them out of their beloved Taimanov. And then this just looks like the most normal developing move. Same with this. Just getting our pieces out. I'm forgetting how would this closed work? Like, do you end up going like a fianchetto over here? Are you doing like C3, D4 things eventually? I guess we'll find out. Queen E2 is theory. It looks weird to me, but I guess you do need to back up this pawn somehow. And this seems kind of slow, and at least... Oh, and I imagine you're not playing knight C3 because you want to play C3, D4. So I think like a beginner or someone not understanding the plans would very naturally play this and be happy. And just say, okay, this was a good move. It's not a popular move in the database, I think, for the reasons that we talked about. Okay, so plays Queen E2, which is the main book move. His opponent plays a weird move. He plays D6, not unheard of in the database, but you know, a little bit more passive, I guess. E5 and D5 are the two main moves. Castles. This looks very normal, right? We're getting ready to castle. And I guess here's where white has to start making some decisions, right? White's castled, their fianchetto, everything's set up perfectly. So then the question is like, what's the plan? Is it like this? Is the plan like this? My guess is the plan is this. Yeah, so he plays C3, castle, D4, takes. And now, I don't know, I mean, I'd much rather be white here, right? So you've got like a pretty symmetrical center, but we have more space. Anytime either side moves, white sort of gets even more space and causes more problems. I have to imagine this is a very even game still, but white's play looks pretty straightforward, right? We can just kind of go here, double up. I mean, I don't know. Black's play, though, also looks pretty straightforward, but with a little bit less space. So let's see. What does white do here? All right, the database says... Oh, this is black. Sorry. The database says D5 is the way to go. Play D5. I imagine we play E5. The knight jumps into the center, so at least they have something. We're going to come try to trade it. And this looks better to me for white, but the engine says it's dead equal, actually. That this space advantage is not enough for an actual advantage. But what Understable's opponent did instead was play B6, which looks very natural, I think, to be able to go here and come in here to try to attack this pawn. In fact, it'll be hit twice at some point. I don't know, maybe this knight is going here. And so that also means that if we go here, we can't go there. It's dropping the pawn. So what are we doing with this bishop? Maybe even here is interesting. So let's see what Understable does. In the name of flexibility, you like Queen E2 instead of blocking the C pawn. Yeah, I totally get it. I think you're right. I think leaving C3 D4 feels like definitely the right approach. All right, just developing the knight and protecting the pawn a second time seems very good. We've got the bishop. We're out of book now, or not book, but like the opening database. Now we're just wandering in the wilderness. I find this to be an interesting move because I often wonder about this myself. Like, where do we want the rooks? Do we want the rooks on C and D file, the D and E file? Do you want this rook on the D file, the E file? Which file is most likely to open up? I wonder if part of the rationale was this is the only thing defending this pawn, and so then that knight was stuck and can't move, and that's why. I'm not saying I like one of these moves better than the other. I don't actually know what the answer is. I just find it a fascinating discussion of like, where does it go? I often delay that as much as possible. Like, I might have here gone maybe here and here, or even here, even though I don't really love this move. Maybe here, but I really don't like that move. Yeah, so the bishop also is having a hard time figuring out where it goes. I would probably have played B3 here. Engine likes D5 best, which I think is very interesting. And then rook d1, second best. And then bishop f4, third best, which I don't like. Very interesting. Let's look at this. This just seems messy to me. Like, why are we making it so we can't push? Like, we have to take now. Yeah. I don't know. I don't love this position compared to where we were a second ago. I guess it's not fully forced. Okay. But he plays rook d1. It seems very reasonable. He says rook d1 is pretty standard in these positions, actually, not your own concept. Yeah. I found the same. Rook d1 seems to be what all the books tell me in my positions like this as well. So I'm really wrestling with the why of, like, you know, what's the reason? Okay, I'm not sure d5 is good here. My guess is it's not. Engine says it's fine, but it's like it's way behind. Because I think we just press e5 and then, I mean, I don't know. To me, I look at this and I'm like, this looks great. We have a big space advantage. Their pieces are sort of pushed back. Ours are ready to come into business, and we can even go f4 now if that's where we want to go. Maybe even better is e3, and then we can develop our, like, everything seems seamless and flawless. Interesting. I would definitely not have gone there. I wouldn't have even considered it. So let's hear from Foxy. I'm not saying this is a bad move, of course. I think it's a very interesting move. It could lead to a really strong kingside attack. It could just be simply a nice space grabbing move. It could be a means to try to trade off this bishop, which seems kind of bad now. Like, I think there's a lot of reasons to play h4 there. I personally would not have done it. h4 is the #1 move. I would have gone here, which is totally fine, and the engine likes. But the engine does like h4 better. I think it's a little bit more flexible and lets us do a lot of things. Rook comes over. Okay, so I was wondering if we were going here or not. Instead, he goes h3, which to me is a very strange move. Yeah, I don't really understand this move. What is it doing? I don't know. I don't get this move. It seems like we have lots of moves here. Like, I like the idea maybe even of trying to bring the rooks along here, possibly. But the bishop wouldn't go there, so I don't know. I'm very curious about this bishop h3 move. The engine, of course, says it's fine. The position is overwhelming in white's favor, but it's not in the top moves. Well, I don't know. It's moving up. It's moving up. Now it is the #1 move. Interesting. My move of bishop e3 is also a #1 move, so yeah, engine likes bishop h3. Let's hear from our friend. Bishop h3 fights against f6 ideas. Okay, that is true. Let's say we went here and they went f6. Yeah, I guess f6 does seem to be pretty undermining of everything, right? If we go here, I don't like that very much. And if we let them just take, like, let's say we go, I don't know, this doesn't look like a good move, but let's say we went there. And then they went here. This is even dropping, so we would have to do something more dramatic. Yeah. What does the engine like here? The engine likes here, bishop h3. Let's say we didn't go there and we took, and let's say the knight took. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could claim, like, this backwards pawn looks pretty bad. We can continue on our way. Yeah, I think I would agree with Foxy that if we can prevent that, that looks even better. Okay, so we prevent it. He goes here. Now the bishop comes out. This is kind of what I thought we were going to do. Try to get rid of our bishop. That looks technically bad. Okay. Thrusting through. Do we just say that's fine? Or do we take? If we take, they take back probably with the pawn. Yeah, I think we just let that happen. Take their bishop. And I think that's okay for us. Okay, but no, he takes. Interesting. Okay. So let's see how this take works out. I thought they would take this way. But is there some big attack that's coming? Their pieces are kind of squished. Maybe there is. I was a little worried about this kind of stuff. Yeah, so the engine says we would go here, and if just press through with something like this, this doesn't work because it first of all drops a pawn. Second of all, it drops a second pawn. Third of all, everything is destroyed. Okay, so he takes back with the bishop. Do we take back with the bishop? Probably, right? Okay, no. We take back with the bishop. Takes here. I don't know. I think we're still way ahead. Yeah. Probably both are fine, is my guess. Yeah, both are fine moves. You missed his comment on h4. Comment h4, just useful, enables knight h2 reroute or bishop h3. Okay, yeah. I agree. I agree, Foxy, that h4 is very flexible. It seems like it could accomplish so many different plans. All right, I play h6. I'm not really sure what the point of that move is. I guess it stops us from occupying g5, but it just looks a little bit weakening. I don't know if that's that relevant, but like, what if we were to go here, takes, like rook comes in. I don't know. It looks slightly weakening when we don't need it to happen. I mean, the engine's like, we could have gone here, which is less weakening, but they're in trouble anyway. All right, Foxy just develops. That looks fine. What about this move? I'm just curious. Engine says that is, of course, fine, but I don't think for the reasons I was thinking. I don't think the sack works. No, sack doesn't work. Not yet. We need to be a bit more patient. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're just developing. They move their queen. Yeah, now the queen has more flexibility also. I think that's a good point of h6, is now the queen can do other things. This queen adjusts a bit. I don't really know that I love. I mean, it feels like they could go there if they really wanted to. We're just bettering all our pieces. I am impressed that Foxy's able to better this piece like every move, and of course now we're threatening something enormous. So, I mean, is there only one way to stop that? There? Seems like it. Seems like that's an only move. Oh, okay, that's another way to do it. There, yeah. So we have to resolve that. How this feels like a big moment. Can we do something enormous here? There's some little cute move with the queen to move it so that we can win their queen. We could play queen b2, b3. I mean, it just lets us trade. I'm not seeing anything awesome here, but I won't be shocked if there is. Ooh, there's also this. But that guy's there. Like, there's so many things in this position. Foxy has just put together such an overwhelming position that something is going to crack soon. And it might be here, but I don't see it. Okay, so he does just back it up. That seemed like the other move. Just, okay, it's not ready just yet. We still need to let it percolate a moment longer. Are we taking the rook? I think is an important question. I don't think we want to take the rook. Ooh, do we go here now? Because we're threatening. Oh, we're not threatening that anymore. This guy's here. Ah, we could go here, here, here. We could just come back if he really wanted to. Again, we're so close, but I don't think it's quite there. Okay, queen leaving that problematic spot to go to a different problematic spot. Now pinned behind the pawn. Does this one? Certainly if we had two moves, it would. No, I guess not, because No, they can't take that way. So they have to take that way. And then we would go there. And that would win. But if we go here, I think they could go there. Yes. Right? Yeah, I think they can do that. Okay, so again, we're not quite there. So he goes there instead. It's there, hitting the queen. Comes back. Yeah, knight g6 is better. Opponent was rated 1962, but he had a peak of 2315. Yeah, that's an impressive peak. You played really well and patiently. Okay. Let's reevaluate. Our position was so good before, as it still is good. All our pieces are on the back row. Our pawns look a little janky now. I would definitely be a little worried about that. And where does our advantage lie if we want to claim we have an advantage? We still have this attack on the king and the queen, but it's so well defended. I don't think that's a reality. Our knight is really well posted on e5, but it's unclear what it does from there. I'm just not really sure where we go from here. So he goes there. Maybe it's simply keep playing well and our opponent cracks eventually because it's been such a hard game. Here, I don't even know what the right move is here. Maybe queen c3 or something. Queen f4. This feels kind of like the drama's building, but I'm not sure I see anything here. We can't go to f7. We need like one more something to be brought in here. Yeah, I don't see what it is. Ah, leaving the defense of that knight might be a big problem. I mean, there certainly takes, king takes, fork. That does not get us enough. Can't really attack it again easily. It's like it feels like it's so close to crumbling. Okay, so continuing to be patient. Okay, wanting to make this trade. Okay, that makes sense to have that idea. Let's say we take, queen takes. The queen is unguarded. If we could just get a cool discovery, we would win on the spot. It doesn't look like we have one. If we pushed g5 and they did nothing and we took, that would be really strong. So if they took, I still don't quite see it. So take, and what's the move here? Oh wait, is it take? No. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, g5, putting some more pressure on, takes. And with this take, okay, with this push, we do now have this. So what do we do here? We go no. Takes. Still don't see it. Takes and resigns. What? What am I missing? I'm missing something here. So how... I mean, I see a lot of amazing things. I see this is a very strong position. I don't quite see how we win. Like, even if we had a free move, like, let's just say our opponent went here. I don't see the win. Yeah, I don't see it. Peter says it would be g6. Okay, I mean, that's what I would have done. Just doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like resign. It feels like we're probably gonna lose. Okay, so there's not a knockout blow. It's just white has this crushing advantage that's no material even. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, let's go back. I want to go back to where before I made the extra move there. Here. Okay, so this was the end. An a6 was black's best move. That's hilarious. So it's basically a Zugzwang where it's like it's just not much black can actually move. So yeah, let's just say here. And then here. And then just basically moving back and forth. H5 you can do? Yeah, H5. And then let's say it goes back. Now we have 3 on this spot. So we go here. Here. Is this just mate on the spot? It looks like it is. Okay. Wow. What an amazing performance, Foxy. What I'm very impressed by is that you were able to just like recognize I have an advantage and just keep making good moves, right? Like nothing fancy, just keep pushing the advantage, keep pushing it, and eventually the guy's just like, yeah, no, I'm done. I can't do anything anymore. Good stuff, my friend. Good stuff there. Wow, well done. Yeah, wow. Great work. All right, it's lunchtime here. Thanks so much, everyone who came by for the tournament. Congratulations to Understable for taking it home. And I will see you all next time, everybody.